Be calling you a radical. A lot happening. We've got to stay on these Kenai numbers. So, because it's so unbelievably catastrophic. So, it's the 19th. The solstice is tomorrow, midday. So let's stay on these numbers. So, real important. Sad fucking day. I mean, they passed the giant nuclear pork act. Pacific Ocean dies. Bill Gates and Freak Show get richer and richer and richer with their nuclear fucking energy pork. And these selfish fucking ignorant. Hope you don't get cancer, all you politicians and you lobbyist freaks. So, we're at 965. For the day, Chinook salmon on the Kenai. For the week, no. For the month, no. For the fucking year. Last year's number was so horrific, 1,975. We're running 100, we're 10% under last year's fucking number, which was horrific. Or we're talking a 97% collapse post Fukushima. And this is by number of fish, not by size of fish. And there's absolutely no fishing. I mean, it's 100% closed, 100%. You heard me right, 965. And it's the 19th of June. The run's over on the 30th for the entire early run's done. So the Say Hey Kid, one of the truly greatest baseball players in history of sport, one of the truly great class acts of fucking humanity. The incredible, let's watch this sunset. Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays has passed away at the beautiful age of 93. What a life. What a class act. What a cultural icon. So, the bridge is out. They tore it out here. So, there's no traffic out here in the mega welfare dairy. The Great Salt Lake's right there. The Weaver River ups in it right there. The mega welfare queen got his cows repossessed. That he's been dumping 1,800 cows into the Great Salt Lake for years, and everybody knows it. Beat up his migrant worker, punched him in the face, knocked his teeth out with video proof for asking for his paycheck. Nothing happens to him. I mean, it blows my mind. Can you imagine if you and I did that? So, oh my God, what a fucking country we live in. It's a freak show. Let's see if we get a purple pink flash tonight. Oh, I dug out my green flash shirt from Armando's in PB, hoping to get to PB Friday or Saturday or Monterey. I'll either be in San Diego or hopefully. We'll see what happens. I'm having heart issues and my car issues, blah, blah, blah. Same old, but we got a full moon coming. I want to get my type. Ooh, holy shit, look at it. Oh, it's already going purple. This is going to be a huge purple flash. So we can get this camera this camera doesn't know. Yeah, there it goes. A little bit. You can see the purple. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at this thing go. Look at this thing go. Holy shit. That's about as purple as it gets. Well, it was flashing already. That was a huge flash before it even fucking set. Green flash in PB, that purple flash in fucking West Weber, Utah. Still got a few cows down there. Or if he's still dumping their waste into the Weber River right there into the Great Solid, draining off the wetland. Very few birds, if any. None. Which fucking blows my mind. Oh boy, look at it flashing all over the place. Holy shit. Oh, whoa. Whoa. So, We're going to get one of those nights. It'll canopy, I think. You never know, right? How about those blood red ones I got in December at PB this year? Oh my God. That was something else. So what's stunning about right here tonight, I've been here my whole life, just 64 years. And, oh boy, here we go. What's stunning here, 64 years, my whole life, I used to sit out here in the evening. This is the quietest it's probably ever been in the history of Earth here. Well, since ancient lake, this was ancient Lake Bonneville was gone. How many years ago? I'm sure this is the quietest it's ever been because there's no birds. I mean, John Weber got here 200 years ago right now. Right here, the Big Bend of the river. And Jedediah Smith, right there. That's the Weber River dumping into the Great Salt Lake right there. They got here, and both their journals says they never seen so many birds. Stunning. I mean, and fur. This is all wetland marsh. You know, and they wiped it all out. But just in the last few years, post-Fukushima, I used to sit here. Well, I still do. I've been doing this my whole life. You want to find me here at sunset or at Tourmaline at sunset or at Monterey at Lover's Point at sunset. I got my spots, or John Denver Point there. I got all my spots. Watch the sunset. I would count bird sounds here not that long ago. I sit here in the evening, and not numbers of birds, species. We used to play a game with my grandkids, my kids. I don't even let my kids out here anymore, my grandkids, because they poisoned it. Everybody, my neighbor down the road, Clay, who, he and I, the only two boys, I grew up on this ranch, he grew up on that ranch. We were just talking. And I said, oh, fuck, because they had some few cows that moved. I says, fuck, we used to move by hand. I was the hay crew, hundreds of thousands of bales of hay. We didn't have no fucking bell wagons. So he just got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, tumor this big, terminal. We're the only two boys out here that age. I'm on this ranch, they're on that ranch, and they were huge ranches. So you'd count birds. Species, I'd get over 100 different species, just, you know. I'm lucky if I get 3 or 4. Birds. There's no fucking birds. It blows my fucking mind. It's so quiet because the road's out, the bridge is out. You know, the big mega new high school right over there. By the way, I'm responsible for the new elementary going to be called the Herons. That's my fucking suggestion. My fit I threw over the name change on the high school. Fucking Longhorns. What the fuck? It's supposed to be called the Ducks. Of course, where are the fucking ducks? There used to be fucking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of them right here. This time of night, they'd just be streaming in everywhere. So, to say, hey kid has passed. What a class act. I got to see him play. I saw him play live. Got Candlestick in my lifetime. Back, remember when you was a kid at Candlestick and under 12 was free? Got out. I haven't thrown my back for a while. Got one can. So, hey kid, let's go off the wall. Got that upward stance. He'd run with his hat flying up. It was awesome. That wasn't too good, man. You ground it out. Under every kind of charge in the fucking world, well, everybody in the world fucking tends to, man, they still got some kind of farming. How is that even possible? Getting hit in baseball 1 and 3 is good. Sorry. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's take 2. It's a double in the gap. Say, hey kid, what a ripe, nice age, 93, beautiful. So, the Kenai, 965 for the day. Why the Kenai so important? That's such an historical beast of a river. The biggest, the strongest, the best. What an important species. What an important place. Look at killed there. That's killed there. One killed there. Right here. We got one. Again, I used to get over 100. Down 97, 98%. Now it's important because, and yeah, like I said, it just put it in the library. You know, our small crowd, whatever, but at least it's in the library. People can go back. That's what I've turned into. It's like when you used to do postgraduate work or even undergraduate work, or, you know, you were always searching through the research library. Remember how much work it was? So, I remember one time doing some work on the blue herons up at, they live in trees, they nest in trees, up in Echo. I dig and dig and dig through the research library at Weber State, and there was some citizen scientist. I finally found it, who had recorded by hand for years the numbers. Like, wow. Just for the love of the animals, for the love of the ecology. I always think that's what humans, all humans, are supposed to do. Their part. But I'm like a coelacanth, I rebuild woodpecker, or just a duck. I was asked one time, if you come back as a bird, what would you come back, or an animal, what would you come back as? I says, a duck. You seen them fly? They can fly, they can swim, they can walk. I used to love the jackrabbits that all running around here not that long ago. Ears this big. You know, they use their ears to swim. A lot of people don't know that. One killed there. So quiet out here. It's almost eerie. Tick tock, Diablo Canyon clock. How beautiful above the mighty Wasatch. I remember being a kid. I was severely asthmatic. I was born a preemie. I had undervalve lungs. Blah 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 blah. I have a twin. My mom didn't even know she had twins in there till the daughter's okay. The famous Dr. Rasmussen. Oh my God. Woo! And big cortisone shots he'd give me in the ass. Kevin, the only way you'll ever survive this is a little chicken hawk right there. So it's two. The only way you can survive this is through strength. But I remember sitting on the porch this time here in the summer in the middle of the night because I couldn't breathe and I was freaking struggling. My mom's out there with me. And out here it was so quiet. You could hear the screeching toads, the frogs, sound like babies. Yeah, so cool. The crickets, all that, night noises. You could hear for literally miles and miles away two people's voices. It's like, 2 o'clock in the morning. And you could hear it, and you could slowly hear the car coming for miles and miles. It was that. They finally get right here, and they're coming across. You can hear them. They're getting louder and louder, and they're giggling, they're laughing. It's two young lovers in a convertible. I'll never forget it because I've never seen two such happy, beautiful people in that convertible. She's crying, they're laughing. And the ancient lake floor. It's never been this quiet in the history of Mother Earth. Never. Why? Because the Shoshone lived here for 18,000 years. But what about before them? The animals that were here, the birds, in the last 18,000 years, the birds. But before that, there were 600-pound cougars right here. Mastodons with every tusk. Giant northern camels. Yeah, right here. I was working over in the pit for Ned Parsons one time. I was getting some sand for my plants plastering there in the mouth of Weaver Canyon. And the guy running just deeper and deeper. Found this ram head that was like this fucking, I'm like, holy fuck. You know, blah, blah, blah. And here comes Ned loaded up in his pickup. I remember asking, talking to him, what happened? I don't know where it ended up, but it was giant. And he said that he had it dated. I don't know who did the dating on it. And he dated it something like 150,000 years old. There's another something. I can hear him. There's 3 or 4 species I'm up to. Those are ducks. There's 3 mallards right there. I think they're mallards. We know what that is. That little chicken hawk sitting right there. So we got a killdeer, we got a chicken hawk, and we got 3 mallards. So we're up to 3 species. Like I said, I used to get to over 100, easy, easy. Huh. It's a weird year weather-wise. Really a weird year weather-wise. It was 100 early in June, really 100. I mean, hot, dry. And then no weather, and just boom, this crazy cold dry front came through, and we've had San Diego weather. We've actually had Monterey weather the last couple of days, and it got down to 40 degrees here. Record lows, right back to 100 the next couple of days. The Great Salt Lake's rose 7 feet in the last couple of years. It's still radically low, but no fucking, the Weber jumps in right to the tree line. That's promontory range right there. Fuck, I used to sit out here, especially when I was young. Holy fuck. Used to be this old Victorian beautiful house right there. The first people here. I remember my great-grandmother's journal. She lived right there. My grandma's house, my dad's house, my great-grandma's house, my great-great-grandma's house. And in her journal, they're the first person out here in Western Weber County as far as the Europeans. She said when Little Soldier and the Shoshone used to come to her dad's house right over there, she would hide behind the grease oak. This is all grease oak, which is shade brush. All of this was grease oak and marsh. Fuck, the jackrabbits right here. Oh my God. The beaver, the muskrats. Every kind of duck you can imagine. Tundra swans, trumpeter swans. I used to sit right here and it's like nature's bleachers right there. So stunning, so fucking breathtaking. I mean by the hundreds of thousands. I mean, every evening, every day, it's a giant delta that pooled right there. And what a fucking wetland. How did this fucker drain it off? Well, same reason he backhounded a migrant. He weighs 300 pounds. Migrant probably 150. Knocked his teeth out and videoed it. Nothing happens to him. Can you imagine if you did that? So they say, hey, kid's dead, but what a fucking great life he had. What a class act, man. What an athlete. We're losing all our cultural icons. Replacing it with a bunch of freaks. So it's a sad, sad day. It's Senate passed 88-2. I don't believe what I just saw. The Great Nuclear Energy Pork Act and extended Price Anderson for 40 fucking years. And nobody resisted. And they massed it over in a bill calling it the Fire Grant Act for firemen and heroism. What's that got to do with Bill Gates and his nuclear fucking pork? Gonna build him in Kemmer, Wyoming, fucking Bill. You know, my video should have millions of views. You're the only place you're gonna get this information in detail. Rocky Mountain Power. Oh, by the way, I built my new, I gotta walk over and show you this. It's important. See that? Weather vane I built? That is a homemade sunflower made in Lake Barrett's yard. Mark, his handyman, made it for me in his yard years ago. Sent it to me. One day he calls me and says, Kevin, I got Lake Barrett right here. I'm in his yard on the phone. Oh, yeah? He says, Lake Barrett's the cover-up kingpin, Fukushima. He says, Lake, I got Kevin Blanch on the phone. He's like, oh, hi, Kevin. And I'm like, hi. And he says, there's a seagull. So we got 5 species. And so he says, well, Kevin Blanch says these are full blown out meltdowns and you're pushing this energy into the Pacific Ocean and it's genocide in the Pacific Ocean. It's boiling, it's cooking, it's broke the whole fucking chain and it's the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Lake Barrett says, well, Kevin's right. And Mark says, well, that's not what you said on TV, Lake. And he says, well, got to tell him something. I mean, that dude was awesome. That's back when I had a following. That's back before everybody fled. The whole Trumpism thing. You know, I mean, you can't even protest anymore because those freaks ruined that. I mean, what a bunch of freaks. Fucking, I mean, all for protesting. But for what? For him? The pro-nuker? Met with a bee 17 times? He's as bad as fucking Biden and Obama. I mean, look what happened to a bee. I still think about what happened to a bee. Blows my fucking mind. Well, we got a couple birds. I did see 3 mallards going across there. 3. Saw a seagull. Blue chicken hawk. Well, it used to be hundreds. I'm stunned by the. I'm stunned by the lack of birds. You know, the muskrats are gone. They left a while ago. Jackrabbits are gone. Well, 200 years ago, Jim Bridger and Jedediah Smith got right here. 200 years ago, right now, when the Shoshone lived in symphony with their animals, their environment for at least 18,000 years. I'm sure it was much longer than that, but we slaughtered them all in 200 years. Well, less than that, fuck. People never even got right here. The first European immigrant got right here. Well, 200 years ago, they were here, went up the river, but, you know, they trapped some fur here, you know, along the Weber. That was in 1824. I mean, the first, they lived in dirt dugouts right here along the edge. They dug them out, and everybody said, I mean, oh, they dug them in. And I says, fuck. I used to play in them, and then there was wigwams all around like there. Remember when I first found out, I'm like, they look like houses, and my grandma was like, they are houses. Whose? So she's showing me. Who? What? I was just a little teeny kid. Little teeny kid. She told me the story. I'm like, oh my God. They just come in here and stole their fucking houses? I didn't. No. Our family didn't, you know. Okay. I sure didn't. 200 years going. By the way, that culture's all fucked up now, too. I mean, they're just, I mean, that ain't no romantic culture anymore, the native culture. That's ruined also. No animals. The greatest acute catastrophe in human history, the Great Pacific Genocide. No birds. Well, that's Fukushima. Huh. My dead pines. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you lie to me. I slept in the dead fucking pine. Oh, there's one up on top of the dead fucking pine. See him? Maybe I think that'd be that same chicken hawk. There's a couple yellow-bellied northern finches hanging around here. But the number of birds is, I mean, everybody on this whole fucking road's died of cancer this decade. Everybody. Cancer Alley. Well, when he drives around, I caught him driving on a fucking rig right here. A spray rig on a state road right there. Homemade. Videoed it, put it online, sent it to the EPA. The EPA didn't even know what the hell it was. I wonder what everybody did. There we go. Yeah, that's the same little chicken hawk. I thought it was. You can literally hear voices in the mornings here because there's no traffic from miles away. I mean, the school's right there, the Leslie Hodge and Frank Lloyd fucking Wright School. What a fucking beauty. I used to walk to school right there holding hands with Everett Ruiz. the muskrats. Oh, my favorite bird was always the red-winged blackbirds. I loved them. They were everywhere here. The yellow-headed blackbirds, the meadowlarks, the blue herons, the tundra swans, the trumpeter swans. Oh yeah. He said it's so quiet because there's no traffic, because the bridge is out. There's no fucking birds. You can't hear all his 9 million fucking cows going off. Scientists are perplexed, they're curious, they're baffled, they're bewildered, they're stumped, they're mystified. What a journey. I was right the whole time. The greatest PhD in you, and no one. The thing that I couldn't equate and predict is the apathy and we don't give a fuck of the American populace about the crash of the ecology. Well, they don't care about their own fucking lives. Give them a little money right now. Say, hey, kid is dead. 965 on the Kenai. 10%. I think they had 1,041 on this day last. There's only, what's the 19th? Fuck. We only got 11 days left. That number is so fucking radical. And it's a catastrophe. Oh, did I name it right? We need to get some more of those shirts made and start fucking hawking them. You know, get them out to some of the tiny few that are still out there. Dell, the Chesapeake kid, it's my rhetoric, but he designed them. He come up with the color scheme. Oh, they're fantastic. What does it say on the back? It's one of my classics, right? I got hundreds. How do they do it? One by Jetstream, two by cable TV. Those shirts are so fucking awesome. Thank you, Bernie and Ed, for at least voting against it. James Carville Pink, it fucking stinks. Bernie should be president right here, right now. That old 2016 dog. If Bernie was president, guaranteed this wouldn't have happened. He should have been. Huh. So, the sound of nuclear energy silence. You all act like you don't know as the cancer slowly grows. Nuclear energy. Tell me lies, tell me sweetly lies. La 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 la. Thank you to everybody's support of this historic work. The fight goes on. We don't give up. It's like fighting cancer. We don't give up. And I'm relentless, and I will be relentless because I'm not going to let them get away with this. I'm going to record this in history and get it into the fucking library. And that's all YouTube is. That's all it is. Just like your regular library, sure, they're trying to burn the books and trying to burn the whole fucking libraries down. But just like any other fucking library, you go in what was contemporized, you look back on it, it's almost laughable. But then you find in the research library, like, oh, then you find the good shit. That's what Kevin Blanchard's work is. So hopefully to get to California this weekend, we'll see how that plays out. Full moon. Get my tide pool work done. So, what do we get? 4 or 5 species tonight? I do that in the night. Should be 100. It's a catastrophe. No train tonight over the Great Salt Lake. That was a pretty good hit with my bat. Really emotional day today. I can hear a couple more birds chirping over there. Of course, then we get the dog symphony. There he is. There he goes. That's that yellow-bellied finch. Those two been going at it. Thought that was him and her. What an emotional day. Heartbreaking day, but yet I ran into a LDSC state leukemia survivor today. Had a shirt on, and I went up to him without a transplant. I told him who it was, and he says, "Oh, wow." Yeah. The theft of the election in 2016, you know, when it happened in the DNC, whatever that was. I mean, Bernie. Anyway, for no traffic, there's a lot of traffic, Blanche. Yeah, no shit. Get into the library. It's been a heartbreaking fucking 13 years, hasn't it? Brutal. Got to keep on our tadpole work. Keep trying to. Oh, fuck. Got a steady steam. There's no traffic. Hardly anyone lives right over there, so it's just. I can hear a few birds now. 1, 2, 3. So we're up to probably 7 or 8 species. Anyway, what a catastrophe. Happy summer solstice. I think it's at 11:20 here, Rocky Mountain time. Less than 10 species. Staggering. Not a lot of bugs either. I mean, this is mosquito heaven, big time. Don't even have a long sleeve shirt on, which normally I'd been eaten alive by now. Just an incredible collapse to the ecology. The great North American fucking direct hit. 6,500 miles away, as literally right there across there. Same latitude, Fukushima, Japan. Jet stream moves left to right, so do the ocean currents. All coincidence, bro. Greatest PhD in human history. The Great Pacific Genocide. No bats. There's always bats out here this time of night. Always. My whole life there's always bats. No bats. They'll have the bridge down here in a couple months, so it's quiet. The ancient lake floor. No screeching toads. No crickets. How about no crickets? It's unfucking believable. Wow. This should be black with birds streaming across here. Moon trying to peek out right there. It'll be full this weekend. See it? Right above the weather vane? It's trying to peek out there. Some cloud cover. Try to get some tide pool work done. We'll see. Quiet is eerie. I mean, eerie. Sound of nuclear silence. It's eerie as fuck. I'm sure this is the quietest it's fucking Mother Earth's ever been in this spot, ever. There's some. Unfucking real. There we go. Is it a bat? No, I don't know. No, I don't think so. Always bats this time of night. Always, always, always. My whole life. Been here 64 years. God, we missed the anniversary of Waterloo yesterday, didn't we? Oh no! What? I mean, I just hit me. I just thought of that. Wow. Wow. That bill got signed on Waterloo. Oh my God. They got fucking Wellington sending his backups. Got his cousins from Russia. Rothschild got his carrier pigeon on the field. Bill Gates. I'll do a whole video on that tomorrow. The fact that the bill got signed on the 18th June. That's Waterloo, right? June 18th, Waterloo. Oh fuck. I know it's a long video, but I want to get this quiet because it's so rare. It's eerie, really eerie. Tick-tock, Diablo Canyon clock. Remember when I prayed right next to that? I wonder whether I have the transplant or not. Oh. Alright, we got less than 10 bird species counted tonight. It's like everything else, down over 90% post Fukushima. It's like the Chinook salmon. Sound of nuclear silence. You all act like you don't know as the cancer slowly grows. La 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 la. The Great Pacific Genocide. Stand tuned.